Okay, as the KJB Top Star Juniors make their way down the back straight, getting ready to take the green. So as we take the green, the current WA1 and the 81 of Oscar Amato's had a ripping start there from young Jake Lehman. Got the 36 car who is not in the program at the moment. Currently in third, holding off young Zach Favreau in the 17. 71 of Travis Lehman in fifth place, and rounding out the field we have the 18 of Xavier Crow. As we've got action all over the track at the moment, we've got young Jake Lehman's all over the back of Oscar Amato. The 71 and the 36 are battling for fourth at the moment, with the 36 managing to hold the line and hold off young Travis Lehman. But out front we've still got the 81 of Oscar Amato holding off the 70 of Jake Lehman, the 18 of Zach Favreau. And behind young Zach, we've got the battle between the 36 and the 71 and Travis Lehman. And the 18 of Xavier Crow's right on their back bumper, ready to strike should a mistake happen. But young Oscar Amato sorry, I've just received a message from the pits that Sophie Goodwin is driving the 71, not Travis Lehman, so apologies to young Sophie. But out front we still have the WA1 of Oscar Amato showing a clean pair of heels now to Jake Lehman in the number 70. The 17 of Zach Ferraro's still in third. Then we've got the battle behind between Sophie Goodwin, the 36 car, and Xavier Crow. They're making it three wide as we're coming through turn two then, but the white flag has come out for the leader, Oscar Amato, who's opening up a gap a little bit more on Jake Lehman. So as young Oscar brings the WA1 through turn four and onto the final straight to greet the checkered flag, followed by Jake Lehman, Zach Favreau. In fourth we have the 71 of Sophie Goodwin, the 18 of Xavier Crow, and rounding out the field is the 36 car. So some great racing there from our KJB Top Star. So as the KJB Top Star Juniors start rolling out on pole, we have the 18 of Xavier Crow. Outside of Xavier we have the 17 of Zach Favreau, and we have the 36 car. The outside of 36 we have the 71 of Sophie Goodwin, then we have the WA1 of Oscar Amato, his sparring partner from the previous heat, the number 70 of Jake Lehman, coming off the back of the bus. So as young Xavier brings them around to meet the green flag, and we're green, 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 and we've had a great start from both Bavaro and Goodwin. The Bavaro's moved up into first place with the 18 of Xavier Crow in second, but Sophie Goodwin's trying to poke the nose underneath, and the whole time Oscar Amato's sitting there trying to find a way around both of them. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like the 70 of young Jake Lehman's suffered a mechanical issue. But out front, it's Zach Favreau showing the way, but it's all happening behind him for second, third and fourth. The WA1 of Oscar Amato able to make the move on Xavier Crow. Now he's got his sights set on Sophie Goodwin. Zach Favreau's, while this is happening, is starting to open up a half-decent gap. As Oscar Amato gets a pretty good run down the back straight and is able to close up the gap a bit more on Sophie Goodwin. I'll see if he can make it move the next lap or two as he's slingshotted around the outside. But Sophie Goodwin's got the drive. She's holding on to second place. Well, Oscar's trying to throw everything but the kitchen sink to get around. And it looks like it might have worked. But Sophie Goodwin's a little bit of contact there between the WA1 and the 71. This has also allowed Xavier Crow to get onto the back of the 71 car of Sophie Goodwin. But out front, being given the one to go flag, is Zach Favreau with the WA1 of Oscar Amato. Side by side, we have Sophie Goodwin and Xavier Crow. And then rounding out the field, the 36. But Zach Favreau through 3 and 4 for the final time to greet the checkered flag. Takes heat race number 2 from Oscar Amato. Sophie Goodwin's held on to third with Xavier Crow in fourth. And the blue 36 car is rounding out the field in the second round of heats of our KJB Mechanical New Stars. The way into 3 and 4 from Zach Favreau, Sophie Goodwin, Oscar Amato, the 36, and then Xavier Crow. So some great racing with Xavier Crow trying to get around the 36 and manages to pull the pass off. But up front we have Jake Lehman in the 70 being hounded by young Zach Favreau in the 17. Sophie Goodwin's got her hands full with a hard charging Oscar Amato in the WA1. But it's still Jake Lehman out in front in the 70 car as the field's starting to settle down into their positions a little bit and get into the routine. Oscar Amato's getting a big run on the 71 down the outside, trying to find his way around. But Sophie Goodwin's closed the door nicely. In the meantime, Jake Lehman in the 70s opening up the lead from the 17. Followed by the 71, the 81, the 18, and then the 36. As Oscar Amato sneaks up the inside of the 71 of Sophie Goodwin, he's able to make the pass stick. Now he sets sail towards the back of the 17. But he's running out of time because Jake Lehman's just taken the white flag with one to go. It's going to be a big ask for the WA1 to take another position off the podium. But through 3 and 4 for the final time in the last round of heats for our KJB Top Star Junior Sedans, it is Jake Lehman in first, Zach Favreau in second, Oscar Amado on the WA1 in third, the 71 of Sophie Goodwin in fourth, the 18 Xavier Crow, and the 36 rounding out the field. Due to the time restrictions, we are going to amalgamate both the New Star and Top Star Juniors. With both fields lining up in their respective starting positions for each division. Faster Top Star Juniors will be sitting out the front, and with the New Star competitors at the back. So with the New Star Juniors, we have the 21 So the grids for the Top Stars, the KJB Top Stars, we have WA1 of Oscar Amado, the 17 of Zach Favreau, the 70 of Jack Lehman. Outside of the 70 will be the 71 of Sophie Goodwin. Then we have Xavier Crow, rounding out the field as the number 36, and in the Top Stars for Faz Mechanical we have the 21. Then we have the 10 of Cody Watt, the 48 of Millie Fairbrass, the 4 of Ali Watt, and then the 05 of Ivy Beardsby. So due to the time restrictions, we needed to amalgamate both the new and the Top Stars to give our juniors an opportunity to have their feature race. So as the field comes around to take the green, Zach Favreau and Oscar Amado drag race down the front straight. And the Top Stars and the 21 and the New Stars has had a cracking start. Managing, correction, that's the 36 and the Top Stars with Xavier Crow. The Cody Watt is the leading New Star from 21 of Ali Watt. So the Top Stars out the front. Zach Favreau is out the front from Jake Lehman, Sophie Goodwin, Oscar Amado, the 36, and then Xavier Crow. And in the New Stars we have Cody Watt, the 21, the 4 of Ali Watt. Millie Fairbrass taking a little excursion infield in the 48, with Ivy Beardsby in the 05 rounding out the field. And it's still Zach Favreau in the 17 leading Jake Lehman. The WA1 of Oscar Amado's fallen back a little bit, but it's got a healthy gap over the 71 of Sophie Goodwin. But Jack Lehman's trying to find the high line around, and unfortunately can't make it stick on Zach Favreau, but it ain't going to stop him trying again through turns 1 and 2. It's allowing Oscar Amado to close up a little bit. So Zach Favreau's still holding on to first place, but Lehman's got a great run out and up the inside through 1 and 2. Oscar Amado's follow on. So we've had a lead change for the Top Stars, with Jake Lehman taking the lead from Oscar Amado. Zach Favreau's dropped back to third. Sophie Goodwin in fourth. Xavier Crow in fifth, and the 36 in Rounding out the field of Top Stars, and Cody Watt still leading the field of New Stars from the 21 and the 4 of Ellie Watt. As the Top Stars starting to navigate the lap traffic safely around Millie Fairbrass and coming up on the 05 of Ivy Beardsby. So Jake Lehman still leads the field from the WA1 of Oscar Amato, Zach Favreau, Sophie Goodwin, Xavier Crow, and then the 36, and in the Top Stars it's still Cody Watt, but the 21's all over his back bumper. Then we have Ellie Watt, Ivy Beardsby and Millie Fairbrass rounding out the field as Ivy takes a bit of an excursion on the infield. But all good. Up front, the two sparring partners in Jake Levin and Oscar Amato are on each other's back bumpers. We'll see if Oscar can make his way around young Jake, but it's going to be a hard ask. One former and the current state champion battling door to door here at Trade Hire Augusta Margaret River Speedway. But what's the final race of our season? There's still Jake Lehman showing the way to the WA1 of Oscar Amato. We've got a bit of a gap back now to Zach Favreau on the 17 and the 71 of Sophie Goodwin. Xavier Crow and then the 36 round out the Top Stars. We have Cody Watt still in front of the 21 and Ali Watt in the New Stars. With Ivy Beardsby and Millie Fairbrass rounding out the field. So as all the cars are navigating the lap traffic. It's still Jake Lehman leading Oscar Amato. But with a gaggle of lap cars up ahead of them, then anything can happen, but we've got the white flag out with one to go. Oscar Amato's got one circuit of the Trade Hire Augusta Margaret River Speedway to try and make a pass stick on Jake Lehman. But they're thick in lap traffic. Oh, and Jake Lehman gets bored a little bit by Millie Fairbrass, and that's allowed Oscar Amato to poke his nose through, which is going to give him the checkered flag over Jake Lehman. The 17 of Zach Favreau's managed to hold off Sophie Goodwin for third and fourth. Xavier Crow in fifth. And in the New Stars, it's the 10, the 21, and then the 4.